Hey everyone, welcome back to Stone Lights. In today's video, we have the Govee recessed downlights. These come in a 4-pack from Govee. You can either get the 6-inch or 4-inch version of these. I bought the 6-inch version. I got 2 packs of these. We're going to be installing 6 behind me in the living room here today. This is a pretty advanced install from Govee, so we're going to have to be doing some electrical work, some drilling, stuff like that. So I'm going to help you along the way. I'm going to show you what's in the box. I'm going to show you what tools you may need to do the install, and then I'll show you some installation tips along the way, and then we'll see what they look like when we're done. So we got a big day ahead of us. Let's get to work. All right, let's do a quick little unboxing here. It shows these are 1100 lumen. All right, here's the light. On each of these, you'll have this little foam piece. These are the clips. So these clips, once you push up into the ceiling, you'll have to push these up in an upward position first, and then it will clamp on the top side of your drywall, and it will essentially hold it in like this. Here's a plug. We'll get to that in a second. Here's some electrical connectors. I typically don't like to use these, but if you don't have any other options, this is what you want to use. Okay, now, so basically in this box, we have 4 of these LED driver boxes, and we have 4 of the recessed lights. So this is your box that you'll be splicing your electrical wire into. Your electrical wire will be run from a switch, or if you're replacing another light, it will need a neutral, a ground, and a hot wire. You can splice this in with the connections provided or wire nuts, whatever you prefer. You'll tuck these in here like this. You'll close it up. You can punch out the holes here with a screwdriver. After your wiring is complete, you'll just take this plug here, plug this into your light, and then your light will be powered up. It's that easy. There's 4 of these in the box, 4 of these in the box. We'll get to the finished connections later in the video, see what it looks like. Okay, we have the recessed lights out of the box. I got all 6 out with their respective electrical boxes. You'll definitely probably need some electrical wire. I got 14 gauge wiring, which is perfect for lights and indoor plugs. You're definitely going to want to get you a recessed light hole saw. This is 6 3/8 inch. I know these are 6-inch lights. I've used these on my other 6-inch lights. This works just fine. You can find these at your local hardware store, more than likely Lowe's or Home Depot if you live here in the US. Maybe order one on Amazon, but essentially hook this up to the drill, align the center hole up with the drill bit, drill up, it'll make its way through the drywall, and you'll have a perfect circle when you're done. You're going to need these cutters probably for your electrical wiring, electric tape to secure your connections. I have a dust mask. That's definitely optional. I'll show you what I'm going to do with those flags here shortly. So yeah, at the minimum, I would get a hole saw and some wiring. We'll hook all this up. Okay, so this is a part of the video where I really can't help you that much. This is where we're going to be installing the lights. Every application, every home ceiling will be different, so I can't really recommend what you should do at yours. However, in here, I'm going to be installing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights. So I've measured 60 inches away from the beam in the center, and I've done all the spacing myself. Just to make sure you're clear of any beams, you can either get a wire hanger or a stud finder and try to make sure there's no beams where you're going to be drilling at. I like to get these little cable flags. They're thin metal. You can use a wire hanger, and where I've measured, I'm going to stick these flags up and make sure that I'm clear of any air ducts or beams in the attic. You may do things a different way, and that's perfectly fine. Just letting you know how I do it, and I'll show you the process of that. All right, so we have a change in the game plan. I went up in the attic, and it seems like I have some weird bracing going down the middle of that beam here, so I'm unable to install a light in the middle. I'm going to do 4 lights, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've already marked these 2 off. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when the flags and or hanger goes through to make sure you have clearance. We're going to go in the attic now and show you that right before we drill. All right, so I've located one of the flags that I pushed up through the drywall. If you need help finding this, you may have assistance with somebody maybe tapping with the broom handle on the ceiling beneath. You want to make sure that you're not drilling anywhere near the support beams here. You'll need at least minimum 3 inches of clearance away from this. Let's see here. As you can see, I'm about almost 6 inches of clearance from that beam, and probably about the same here. Yeah, I'm 8.5 inches. So I'll be drilling in the center point, so I'll have 3 inches this way, 3 inches this way for my hole. Got plenty of room. I'd recommend cleaning all this insulation out of the way, because all of that's going to come down whenever you end up drilling your hole. So clear this and we'll get ready to drill. All right, I've located all my drilling spots. I've confirmed in the attic that it's good to go. Now it's the fun and extremely messy part. It's time to drill, and these normally come with a dust cover, but I'm going to tell you firsthand, it makes a huge mess. So please be prepared to make a mess. This dust cover does do its job, but only to a small extent. I'm probably going to have this trash bag here and tack it around the drill like this to the ceiling to catch most of the dust. It will make a mess. You will have to clean it up. Good luck. All right, the hard part's basically done. I have all 4 holes drilled now. Now we're gonna go ahead and put the lights up. I can't really show you up close due to my camera how these go up in the ceiling, but basically you're gonna take these tabs here and you're gonna bend them up. And as you're putting the light up, you're gonna bend these above the drywall. And so it's gonna kind of suction the light to the ceiling, to the top of the ceiling there, and then it'll be locked in place. Be sure that your pigtail goes up in the center, and we'll finish this connection up in the attic. Should be pretty easy installation. All right, I have all the lights installed now. They all fit pretty snug. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the attic now. Gonna grab the electric wire, the boxes. I'm gonna grab my little voltage tester just to be safe. I'm gonna turn off the breaker to the area of the house. I'm gonna grab my electrical tape and my electrical connections, and we're gonna hook it all up in the attic. All right. I'm going to start off this part by announcing that I'm just letting you guys know I am an amateur electrician, so I'm sure there's more knowledgeable people out there. But anyway, you can pick one of these sides, get you a flathead screwdriver, put this in here. Should bend right out. It's been a couple times, it'll break. This is my wiring for my power source. I have ground, neutral, and a hot wire. Typically, always, your hot wire will be black, your neutral will be white, and your ground will be green or have no jacket on it like this one. I'm going to match with the wires in the box here. Black, white, and this is green with yellow. This will be your ground. I'm going to wire nut these together, close the box, and shut the lid. All right, as you can see, I have them wire nutted up. I'm going to put some tape around the hot and neutral, probably leave the ground exposed. All right, I'm going to finish this up by tucking these wires in here. It should all fit pretty snugly. And close the lid here. Hear it snap, just like that. Now I'm gonna plug this in here. These do lock in and spin. You'll use your right hand to spin clockwise, righty-tighty. All good to go. You can set this box just off to the side here, whatever you prefer. Put your insulation back over it or leave it, your choice. I'm probably gonna leave this cleared out though myself. After this, you're basically good to go. Okay, the hard part's over now, mostly. I restored power to the breaker, got cleaned up a bit. I just want to let you guys know, if you feel uncomfortable at any point doing any of the electrical work in this install or feel unsure about it, please don't hesitate. Call an electrician. Don't do the work yourself if you feel unsure. That's how people get hurt, and no one wants that. So please be safe. Be 100% certain you can do the job, and you'll be good to go. So now we're ready. I'm going to turn the switch on, and we're going to see what we got here. Wow. That's crazy bright. I went from having this old ceiling fan light here to these awesome Govee recessed lights. Look at the difference. Well guys, seeing is believing, and you can see that these 4 recessed Govee down lights at 1100 lumens a piece totally blows out my old fixture out of the water. I went ahead and disabled the lights on my ceiling fan fixture as it is obviously no longer needed. But what the beauty of this is these can do color modes. They have scenes. I'm gonna go ahead and run through some scenes with you. I'm probably gonna go ahead and pair up my other Govee devices in Scenic Dream View to match them. Let's run through some scenes and see what other cool options we have with these lights. Okay, I know we went over a couple of scenes there, and I'm sure you were expecting more, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I was actually struggling to capture the true light of these. These are just really bright lights, and they're hard for me to capture them. Also, being LED, I get a flashing effect like this. When I get too close to the light, it does that flashing effect. Also, these are just too bright for me to truly hone in on the colors, so I apologize for that. That's for my lack of content for the scenes. However, there is a few more things I'd like to talk about with these lights before our video ends today. First thing I'd like to go over, and one of the most asked questions, are these lights dimmable? Well, it's a partial yes and no answer. These lights can be dimmed through the app on Govee Home. They have a slider of 0 to 100%, just like any other device that Govee has. You can dim them through the app or when you group them all together. However, the dimmable switch on the wall may or may not work in your application. Mostly I would say no, because these lights are not advertised or set up to be dimmed from the wall. So you may have negative side effects with that, with the flashing randomly. It may flash every time. It may never flash. It'll be at random. I've done that with my dimmer switch on the wall in my other room, and they do flash randomly. So I use the dimmer through the app only. The next order of business will be the group control. You can group these lights together on Govee Home. However, a big warning, they will have to be connected to Wi-Fi. You cannot group control these with Bluetooth only, and you'll have to connect these to your home Wi-Fi system. It's the only way that it works. I'm not sure why it's like that, but I just wanted to give you a heads up before you throw your phone across the house. Well, y'all, that concludes the video for the day. I hope I was able to help some of you out with this install and or give you some insight to the recessed downlights. If you could please subscribe to my channel and help me grow, that'd be greatly appreciated. I'm Stone from Stone Lights. I'll see you next time.